Well, hi. Thank you so much for checking out this episode of Media Champions. I'm your host, Mary Treese Griffin in Atlanta today. Welcome to the program, Josh Satler. Josh joins us from Blue Polo Interactive. Josh, it's so nice to have you on Media Champions.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for what you do. Thanks for helping people tell their story and for getting it out there because there's such a variety of ways to do it. You and I were talking before we came on the air about how COVID kind of changed the way that we operate. Walk me through how COVID changed what you guys do to help your customers because we all had to solve for X. Always interested to know how people did that.
Well, COVID, people really were kind of caught off guard when it hit, obviously, and they kind of wound down business in that first quarter when it hit at the end of March 2020. And so when they got stimulus and started ramping back up faster than they anticipated, they needed help right away. And so for our business, one of the lines we do is influencer marketing. And there was a big push there. And so we helped our brands who had paused to kind of ramp back up very quickly and go out and find the best conduits or influencers to represent their brand and help drive sales or quantifiable actions. And so our team, as I mentioned before, we had a handful of us in New York. We became fully distributed, but all of our systems allow us to work wherever we are and not miss a beat. And we're in multiple time zones. So when the demand kind of came back and came back very quickly, we were prepared. We helped our clients to not miss a beat. And then as they kind of scaled out, their programs, we're there to be their partner to help them to do that. So it's kind of a trickier question. Sorry, I wish I had a better answer, but that's kind of what we do before, after, and then during, but it kind of really ramped quickly in that Q3 2020. And we just had the scale to support our clients and what they were trying to do.
Well, kudos for your clients because they had a subject matter expert like you to help them through this process called COVID, right? Because you
Right.
were already well versed in how all of this operated. And that brings me to my next question because I want to talk about the trends in marketing because they're changing so quickly. And probably the next couple of years, they're changing even quicker. Where do you see these trends in marketing headed in the next 2 years?
That's interesting. Well, I think direct response marketing has really been hurt by Apple's changes. I see more brand building from brands coming, in the near future and then even the next couple of years. I think obviously mobile's huge. I think because we do a lot of stuff with creators on the various platforms, YouTube, Instagram, now TikTok. I think that's just a booming area. It's kind of gotten a little bit ahead of itself, I think, but it's going to be here for a while. I can't see that changing. But the real shift, I think, is just direct response. A lot of tactics used before Apple made those changes called ATT. It was great for brands that weren't looking to build their brand, but more drive quantifiable actions, leads or sales in a short-term fashion. But with that, the window into those conversions cut off, which has really affected Facebook. I think a lot of people are kind of figuring out where do I spend money going forward, and one component will be on their brand, and then they'll just have to figure out whether it's connected TV or through creators on social platforms, or first-party data. But the problem is a lot of small businesses or medium-sized don't have enough scale to really grow their business beyond the data they already have on their sites. So I feel that that's going to be a challenge there. So it might come back to more brand building, or using contextual advertising or sponsorships and creators to build a brand. Now, this is just on the digital marketing side and the areas we really focus on. I'm sure there's other areas that are going to grow and have their various challenges and changes coming up the next couple of years. But from what I see on a day-to-day and kind of what our business is, those are the main areas I see changing.
We're almost out of time, Josh, but I want to ask you about content marketing and content creation because there are so many different avenues people can take out there for the placement, but the content, that's the consistency. And everybody's going to be faced with that. But let's talk about the difference between content creation and content marketing, because there is a difference and you got to have both.
Right. So yeah, I think you need compelling content. Back in the day, you could create lower quality content and run SEO programs and leverage your site to gain that traffic from Google. But that's been pretty much thrown out. Last 5 to 7 years. So I think quality content's important. I think distributing the content is very important, and that's also a big challenge that brands face. But nowadays, most people on the B2B side do a ton of research before they ever come to a vendor or a client. They're about 70% of the way, I think I read once, to making that buying decision. So without that great content, you're not really going to have a chance as a brand to influence a buyer before they come and speak to your company. And then just in general, if you're looking to drive people to your site who don't really know about you, if it's lower quality content, it's not going to suffice. But if it's higher quality, it gives you a better chance to earn that business and that trust of the prospective customer.
Which is why they need to come find a subject matter expert like you and your company to partner with. Josh, we're out of time, but I do hope you'll come back. I do want to talk to you about the importance of partnerships, especially in this world of media and marketing. Will you come back on Media Champions and let's continue the discussion?
I will. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for saying yes. And the rest of you, you're going to want to pick Josh's brain. We're going to help you connect with him. It's easy to do. You can find him by finding us right here at dailyadbrief.com. I'm Mary Treese Griffin in Atlanta. We'll see you next time for more Media Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.